hardcore towers are not as good as you think. Hardcore towers now have a lot of problems, since engineers nerf or rebalance. This is because a lot of things like axle focus and target or the engineered turret placement limit. Both towers have in common the placement limit, but now engineered is not as good as it was before, because she can spam a lot of turrets like before. Axel it's okay, it has high DPS and a lot of range with DJ's buff. But Axel can be replaced by other towers that can make a better job, like Golden Minigunner. But now Axel, it's okay. Its recharge is one problem, but the focus on target that sometimes can make you lose a game, it's another one. And this isn't enough for towers that are valued in gems, and in the process you need a lot of grinding to buy them and start using them in strats. They deserve to be amazing towers that can solo fallen easily, but they can't even make that since the engineer's nerf. Okay, so let's talk about the engineer's nerf. Engineer is possibly the best tower in-game, not because of DPS, not because of height range, not because of a lot of damage, it's only by its versatility. It can detect flying enemies, hidden, leads, and can make a lot of turrets that can attack a lot, and if you spam engineer enough, turrets will start to make massive damage to enemies. But now engineer can't make it further than round 26 in fallen mode, by its own and with support, because now she can't spam turrets as much as before. Now this is a problem, because what converted engineer a good trap, it was the spamming turrets ability. Now engineer has a good range, all possible detections, but not a great damage. Now engineer is not as useful as it was before, and that was all the problems that engineer has. Now let's talk about another hardcore tower, Accelerator. Now let's talk about Accelerator's principal problem. The Accelerator has been the #1 troop dealing DPS always. Accelerator has a good range, great damage per second, and a recharge that is annoying but it can be fixed in the last level. But what makes Accelerator a bad troop in harder game modes is the focusing target. Let me explain you. When Accelerator targets an enemy, it will focus on it until he's dead. And that leaves a great chance that if it's a high HP slow enemy, a swift enemy can pass that enemy with no problem, and Axel will still be focused on the high HP enemy, making you to lose, because the high and swift enemy will pass over the defenses and will kill your base. Here's a video where I prove it. That and also the high prices of its upgrading cost, that's another problem that has Accelerator, but it can be fixed with the DJ's buff. These two towers are not bad, they have problems, yes obviously, like other towers, but they are not bad, since you have to grind about 30 hours or more to get these two towers. Isn't annoying how it is annoying, because 30 hours grinding for only these two towers that are not as good as you think about it, it's sad, because these two towers are supposedly the most powerful and strongest towers that TDS has to offer. And almost always I don't recommend buying the engineer because isn't that common to find it in the strats, and it's not as useful as it was right now. But remember, this is my opinion. If you don't agree with something, please let me know in the comments. And that's all from me. Remember to like and subscribe because that helps me a lot. And bye.